Hi, everybody. Mischa here with Word of the Day, and it's Friday, so that means a really positive word. There it is, Orphic. What does this adjective Orphic mean? Well, it means mystically profound, poetically entrancing, beyond human understanding. Very, very deep. And it comes from the myth of Orpheus. If we go back to ancient Greek, Orphikos actually, the myth of Orpheus, which predates Homer by like 300 years, we're talking 1200 BCE, this is like old stuff. The myth of Orpheus goes like this. Orpheus is this amazing poet and musician. He carries his instrument, the lyre, around everywhere, and his music is so amazing and his poetry is so deep that it entrances even the rocks on the ground. Well, his wife, Eurydice, dies, and he isn't having it. He says, you know what? I need Eurydice. I'm going to go to the underworld, and I'm going to bring her back. Well, Hades, the god of the underworld, is like, yeah, well, I usually don't allow this, but your music is so profound that I'm going to let you do this under one condition. She follows you out up to the surface, and don't look back. Well, he did, and then she evaporates in a puff of smoke, and that's it for Eurydice, and poor Orpheus must go on without her. Well, when it comes in this word, Orphic, when it comes into English in 1656, it comes in via a book by a man named Thomas Stanley called The History of Philosophy, Volume 1, in which he introduces the Orphic mystery cults, because these cults grew up around the myth of Orpheus, and they were dedicated to the sanctity and the power of poetry and music, as well as reincarnation and this initiation in which you would go to the underworld and return again. Okay, this idea of Orpheus and Orphic music and poetry is very powerful. Since 1600, we've had almost 70 operas with Orpheus's name in the title. Okay, so how do we use it today? Well, how about this? When Odysseus was trying to get home from the Trojan War, he almost didn't make it because he and his sailors were lured by the Orphic song of the sirens, who wanted to crash them up on the rocks, but they got away, all right? And my personal example, I didn't used to like poetry as a kid, but I like it a lot now, and one of my favorites is of Orphic poetry is Sonnet to Orpheus by Rilke. Okay, you guys, go out and use that word Orphic and listen to some Orphic music and read some Orphic poetry. And I'll see you Monday. Don't forget, you guys, if you're going to buy books, let's try to support independent booksellers, not the big boys. So if you're going to buy a book like, this one, Orpheus and Company, this is poetry based on Greek mythology. Okay, good book. But how about this one? What if you want to buy a little Rilke, Sonnets to Orpheus? Oh, this is a keeper. Okay, you guys, remember, bookshop.org/shop/word of the day. And let's support independent booksellers. And I'll see you next week.